Now, sometimes charts will be too much, but sometimes the conditional formatting, the icons, will be too little, but you want an indication as to how data is going from one column to another. And this is something called sparklines, which were introduced, I think, in Excel 2010. So if you're on Excel 2007, I'm sorry, it's not available. So if I just copy this sheet, and then what I'm going to do is create a pivot table that we've had previously. It's going to show the various file extensions. I'll get rid of that filter. The various file extensions going down. It's going to show the year going across, and they are the count of the number of sizes of files. Get rid of that. Now, what I want to see is what's the trend. Now, I could create a series of graphs, but I want a trend for the WMA or M4B. I want a trend for the MP3, and I want a trend for the WMA. So I'd have to create 3 graphs. And similarly, I could use conditional formatting on this and have these particular icons, but that's not really giving me the message. So instead, I'm going to create mini graphs in these 4 particular cells. So I'm going to highlight those cells and I'm going to insert a sparkline. And I've got a choice of 3. Really, win-loss is when you have, let's say, changes. So we have 2 more in 2008, and then with -3, so we have a loss of 3 in 2009. So personally, that's the one I use least. Line or columns, much easier to use. So I use columns. So I want it to go into this place, and the data that it's used is that data. So I just select these 2, click OK, look what happens. I have sparklines. So I have indications of, for each year that goes on, how many files are in each year. And you'll notice that they're all aligned. So you can see that we have, for the M4B, this 1 in 2010 sitting on top of the 2010 for the MP3 in the 2010. So the columns are all aligned. But they are not to the same scale at the moment, because we have this 1 being as big as this 164. And that is the deliberate by default. It takes each row as it sees itself. So in other words, the maximum for for this row is 1, so 1 gets the highest. The maximum for this row is 164, so 164 is highest. But you can synchronize them. If you're going to, again, we have a new menu, Sparkline Tools Design, and we're going to Axis, we can say that we want the minimum and the maximum values to be the same for all the sparklines. So now you can see an indication of how we go. So sparklines, very easy to set up, very easy to use. You can change it to a line, but notice that we don't have little dots signifying where we have data which isn't connected. So for instance, we have got 15 over here, but while we've got a bar for 15, we don't have a line for 15. So we could add markers like that if you're using lines. You can also show the high points, the low points, any negatives or first and last points, and you can change the sparkline color for all of those. So sparklines, easy to set up, allows you to show what's on a particular row very quickly, and it may just give you information that you go, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. Sparkline.